Hello, and welcome back to our 8-part series on connecting communicated narrative sense-making to films, our world, and other communication theories. This is episode 4, and we're going to investigate how CNSM can work in tandem with multiple goals theory to better understand communication in movies and our world. Again, a very quick refresher on what CNSM is. Essentially, communicated narrative sense-making theory looks at storytelling and how that relates to human health and well-being. When we tell stories, there is typically some purpose in telling that story. It could be comforting a loved one, coping with a sudden loss, or sharing an entertaining moment in your life with your friends. However, as we will get into, there can be multiple purposes for sharing stories, which is exactly what multiple goals theory suggests. Now, what is multiple goals theory? This theory, also shortened as MGT, explains how human beings typically have more than one goal or desired outcome in mind when we communicate with others. We persuade, comfort, present a positive face, build relationships, and so much more when we are speaking with people. Essentially, as we communicate, we are working to create a situation that satisfies all of our desires, like trying to fit a puzzle piece together to complete a big picture goal. Goals can be defined as the desired outcome of an interaction that we wish to achieve or maintain. With this in mind, the theory posits that there are a few common patterns when it comes to goals. First, there are 3 objectives, as they're called, that we use when we communicate daily. Those are instrumental goals, or task-oriented desires, interpersonal goals, or creating or maintaining relationships, and identity goals, or working on self-image for yourself and others. Plus, these goals can be addressed through a personal lens, where goals are a part of one's mental attitude, or a conventional lens, where relevant desires that pertain to the current situation you are in can be applied right away. When we describe a goal, we could say that a desire is personal instrumental, or conventional identity, or some other combination of these descriptions. An example of a conventional identity goal would be your desire to listen to the dress code at your school or workplace. It is relevant to your work, but it can also be part of an identity goal because you want to fit in and be liked by your teachers or your boss. In this sense, communication is rather complex, but that does not mean it is something we are not good at, as we have been raised to be communicators ever since we were babies. This theory builds on this idea by examining how we communicate to best achieve our goals. One fascinating article I found on this topic shared the usefulness and feasibility of a new workbook or a pamphlet, which was designed to help family members who recently had someone admitted to the intensive care unit, or the ICU of a hospital. Individuals in this situation reported they felt lost and unprepared and unsure of how to communicate their desires. The researchers heard this and created a workbook called Let's Talk, and it turned out to be a successful product. They found that families with this tool felt better about meeting preparations and thought organization, and they also felt more emotionally supported because of this tool. From this workbook, the families were better able to talk about their instrumental, interpersonal, and identity goals with their medical team. Some example pages from the workbook are also shown here on the right. Let's continue discussing MGT by walking through how it can work in tandem with CNSM. Multiple goals theory works to explain why people do what they do, trying to parse out their motivations for acting in certain ways in certain situations. This is a key element of storytelling too, as once we understand the motivations of our characters, their choices become like watching dominoes fall instead of trying to predict the outcome of a March Madness game. Then we have how there are strategies for communication, and we find purpose in hearing narratives from others, as they can improve our situation by learning lessons from that conversation, or the information on its own can be key in navigating a current debacle. People communicate for explicit reasons. We can also communicate implicit messages that require attention to detail. This ties perfectly into the last point here of how communication can be both clear and secretive, focused on the content, but also focused on inferences tied to the conversation. For example, we can communicate one thing to one person in a conversation, but the word choice and the way we say those words could send a completely different message to a different person in that same context. So, speaking of the same behavior being interpreted differently by different people, we see this applied directly in this scene from Unbroken, an archetypal overcoming the monster and voyage and return story, which is our first application of multiple goals theory in films.
それを持て。それを持て。ピックアップ。持ってこい。持ち上げろ。Lift. Lift it. If he drops it, shoot him. Come on, boy. Come on, Louis. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. 見るな。見るな。見るな。Don't.
In this clip, we saw the protagonist, Louis Zamperini, being punished for taking a break or pausing while working in a POW camp. While holding up the heavy log, he lifts it higher than expected and locks eyes with the sergeant watching over him. This action serves multiple goals, as it is both a rebellion against the cruel people who ran the camp, and it also shows his fellow prisoners that they can survive and fight back. Next up, we have a scene from the comedy film The Breakup, where the two protagonists have a heated discussion about the state of their relationship.
Oh, no, my demo!
Well, I'm gonna go do the dishes.
Cool.
It'd be nice if you helped me.
No problem. We'll get them a little bit later. I'm just gonna hit the streets here for a little bit.
Gary, come on. I don't want to do them later. Let's just do them now. Take 15 minutes.
Oh, honey, I am so exhausted. I just honestly want to relax for a little bit. If I could just sit here, let my food digest, and just try to enjoy the quiet for a little bit. Get some, get some, get some. That's what happens. And we will, we can clean the dishes tomorrow.
Gary, you know I don't like waking up to a dirty kitchen.
Who cares?
I care, all right? I care. I busted my ass all day cleaning this house and then cooking that meal, and I worked today. It would be nice if you said thank you and helped me with the dishes.
Fine. I'll help you do the damn dishes.
Oh, come on. You know what? No, that's not what I want.
You just said that you want me to help you do the
I
dishes.
want you to want to do the dishes.
Why would I want to do dishes? Why?
See, that's my whole point.
Let me see if I'm following this, okay? Are you telling me that you're upset because I don't have a strong desire to clean dishes?
No, I'm upset because you don't have a strong desire to offer to do the dishes.
I just did.
After I asked you.
Jesus, Brooke, you're acting crazy again.
Don't you call me crazy. I am not crazy.
I didn't call you crazy.
Just
I didn't
did.
call you crazy. No, I didn't. I said you're acting crazy.
You know what, Gary? I asked you to do one thing today, one very simple thing, to bring me 12 lemons, and you brought me 3.
God damn it. If I knew that it was going to be this much trouble, I would have brought home 24 lemons. Even 100 lemons. I know what I wish? I wish everyone that was at that goddamn table had their own little private bag of lemons.
Gary,
Honest
it's not
to God.
about the lemons.
Well, that's all you're talking about.
I'm just saying it'd be nice if you did things that I asked. It would be even nicer if you did things without me having to ask you.
Well, I do seem to remember doing something for you this morning without you asking.
Gary, come on.
I'm
You
serious.
know what? No,
Come
I'm
here.
serious.
am
I
too.
really am. Come on, you knew I was working today and I made that meal, and you could have thought to yourself, you know, you could have said, I think I'm going to get Brooke some flowers.
You said on our very first date that you don't like flowers, that they're a waste of money.
Every girl likes flowers, Gary.
You say that you don't like flowers. I'm supposed to take that to mean that you do like flowers?
No, this is not about, you're not getting it. You're not getting this, Gary. Okay, it's not about the lemons, it's not about the flowers, it's not about the dishes. It's just about, how many times do I have to drop hints about the ballet?
You know I can't Brooke, come here. We talked about the damn ballet. I hate the goddamn ballet. You got a bunch of dudes in tights flopping around for 3 hours. It's like a medieval techno show. It's a nightmare. I sit there in the sweat. The whole thing. I do. Wondering when the hell's the goddamn nightmare gonna end? Go to a damn ballet.
It's not about you loving the ballet, Gary. It's about the person that you love loves the ballet, and you wanting to spend time with that person.
Not when they're at the ballet?
Okay, forget the ballet. Forget the ballet. We don't go anywhere together.
We just went to Ann Arbor together.
To Ann Arbor. To the Michigan Notre Dame game. You think screaming drunk kids and leprechauns doing backflips, that's fun. That's fun for me. Come on, man. I did that for you. How do you show up for me?
I'm up on the bus every goddamn day for you.
Come on,
I'm busting my ass to be the best tour guide in the damn city so I can make enough money to support both of us, and hopefully you won't have to work one day.
I want to work.
All I ask, Brooke, is that you show a little bit of appreciation, that I just get 20 minutes to relax when I come home instead of being attacked with questions and nag the whole damn time.
You think that I nag you?
That's all you do! All you do is nag me. The bathroom's a mess. Your belt doesn't match. Hey, Gary, you should probably go work out. Nothing I ever do is ever good enough. I just want to be left the hell alone.
Really? Is that what you want, Gary? Is that what you want?
Yeah.
That's what you want?
Yeah.
Fine, great. Do whatever the hell you want. You leave your socks all over this house, dress like a pig, play your stupid-ass video game. I don't care. I'm done.
What?
I am done. I don't deserve this. I really do not deserve this. I deserve somebody who gives a shit. I'm not spending one more second of this life with some inconsiderate prick. You're a prick.
From this clip, the two characters, played by Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston, express their deep frustrations with their relationship and decide to call it quits. Initially, both people are trying to have their voices heard about behaviors of the other partner while simultaneously ensuring their partner feels comfortable. However, things boil over as neither party truly listens to each other, and instead of having a constructive conversation about how they can both improve in this relationship, they decide to name-call and point fingers, which serves the dual purpose of protecting their own dignity and stepping away from the other individual for their own kind of personal goals. Our last example from the films come from the Rebirth and Overcoming the Monsters story, Monsters vs. Aliens, where two characters navigate their new dating relationship.
Don't rush me, Katie. I'm just not ready.
Oh, relax, Cuthbert. It's just like dancing. I'll leave.
Ah! Katie, I have a gymnastics meet tomorrow, so maybe... did you open the top? Oh, thank goodness, it's the police. We weren't doing anything, officer!
Yeah, nothing at all.
did I even let you talk me into this? Maybe we should get out of here.
Or maybe we should go check it out.
Katie, are you nuts? Wait! Don't leave me alone! No! My ankle! I think it's broken. Katie?
This is the worst date ever.
Katie, I'm frightened.
In the clip, the male character refuses the advances of Katie, the female character. He's doing this for multiple reasons, as he himself is feeling unprepared to move so quickly in their blossoming relationship, but he also wants to imply that his partner and the relationship are not the problem, but rather he himself is the problem, and he's trying to kind of move that blame from the other person and taking it on himself, which is a fairly considerate thing to do. Lastly, let's discuss a real-world example of multiple goals and CNSM. Hostage negotiation is a high-stakes crisis management that can cost real human lives should you make a mistake. In an interview with Laurent Combalbert, a world-renowned crisis negotiator, he shares how to balance the multiple goals present in this challenging situation. The main points he brings up in this discussion are focused on keeping a level-headed approach that is in open dialogue with clear goals in mind. The first thing that Mr. Combalbert emphasized in the discussion was the importance of creating a common shared objective. This allows for the understanding between parties that there is some common ground between them, and there is a potential route to achieve each other's goals. Of course, in this conversation, there is a necessary balancing of the goals of saving the hostages, also ensuring the kidnapper stays on the line and talking to the professionals, while also caring for the family of the individual who is taken hostage. All of these are considerations for hostage negotiations. He also mentioned how understanding the potential options of conflict management is vital for having a multi-goal conversation. The main outcomes are negotiation and intervention, both of which have pros and cons depending on your goals. For example, the kidnapper may want a ransom, but they also have to ensure they aren't caught, if that's what they want, and that the individual is safe until the exchange of that ransom so that they can achieve their goals. The last thing that Mr. Combalbert mentioned regarding multiple goals is the nuanced understanding of ethics and morality when it comes to hostage negotiation. Yes, we have a goal as a negotiator to save the hostage, but how far are we willing to go to do so? What is the furthest we can go, and what is the ideal way to go about solving this problem? What kind of story can we tell that will make the kidnapper want to give up the hostage? Evidently, hostage negotiation is full of numerous desires, which is why it fits as a great example of multiple goals theory and CNSM in the real world. We have once again reached the end of another discussion of CNSM theory's ties to different theories in film and the real world. In the next video, we will look at how affection exchange theory can be paired with CNSM in films and the movies. Films and the real world. I just like movies so much. All right. See you guys there.